And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Welcome to Alaska Weather. I'm meteorologist Peter Chant, coming to you from the National Weather Service on this Sunday, April 14th, 2024. And if you'd like additional weather information on top of what I provide in this YouTube video, you can go to weather.gov. That is the National Weather Service's online presence. It'll bring you to a map of the continental U.S. with Hawaii and Alaska to the lower left. You point and click anywhere on these maps. It'll pull up a local forecast with any relevant watches, warnings, or advisories, and there's much more information to be found on this site. But a quick check, what's going down in the lower 48 on this Sunday afternoon. Severe thunderstorm watch, eastern Ohio into Pennsylvania. The threat of damaging winds and large hail with severe storms there. We have a large area of fire weather concerns. We have red flag warnings for critical fire weather conditions across areas of the central and eastern plains here along Colorado into West Texas, eastern New Mexico. A weather system that's going to be coming out of the Rockies will emerge into the nation's midsection, and there'll be a pretty good threat of severe weather, especially by Tuesday from Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois southward. So be aware of that, at least potentially could be in the news there regarding things ahead in the weather. But for us, another round of snow and blowing snow is going to be working its way up along the areas of the west-northwest coast. That'll be coming here as we go through tonight and into Monday. It's going to team up with another low coming across that currently this low is working its way through the central Aleutians with wind, rain, and snow. That system will be moving into the Pribilof Islands tonight into Monday, and then by later Monday, especially Monday evening into Tuesday morning, the Yukon and Kuskokwim deltas will see a round of snowing and blowing snow, and all that will be working northward up along the west side of the state. This week is Flood Safety Awareness Week, and we're still waiting for river breakup season to get underway. It's been delayed by cooler temperatures in April, though we are going to see some snow melt coming up in areas of southern and southeast Alaska as we go through this upcoming week. And then drier and warmer high pressure will be building over southeast Alaska up from the North Pacific and Gulf, and that will really allow areas of the Panhandle to enjoy some spring temperatures. But Anatuvik Pass this morning, along with Dead Horse and New Exit, had the state's low temperature at 15 below zero. So we still have some pretty chilly air in the north, but that is going to be lifting out of the northern parts of the state, coming up here as a surge of warmer air comes up from the south. Partly cloudy as of mid-afternoon, 10 above at Anatuvik Pass. NOAA, the NOAA Valley Red Dog Mine area is going to see snow and blowing snow developing there this evening and overnight, continuing into Monday. So his first flakes just starting to come down as the cloud ceilings lower. So again, temperatures there as of mid-afternoon, 16 degrees. And then Gulkana in the Copper River Basin, there's a lot of snow on the ground in this area. You're going to see mostly sunny skies. Temperatures this afternoon have been up close to 40. You're going to see a lot of snow melt in the Copper River Basin coming up this week, just due to the fact it's going to feature sunshine and temperatures above normal for a change. And then in the Panhandle, much of the Panhandle is in the process of trying to clear out. We still have had some scattered light showers lingering in areas of the Panhandle this Sunday afternoon. Cake, partly sunny, 42 degrees, and the rest of the forecast this week will be cake for Cake and much of the Panhandle. As that ridge of high pressure exerts itself, it'll allow for clearer skies and warmer temperatures with relatively light winds. But the active weather is going to be on the west side of the state. Right now we have low pressure crossing through the central Aleutians into the lower Bering. This area here has storm warnings on the lower Bering and around St. Paul. That system will spread rain and snow across St. Paul later tonight and during the day Monday. And then as that system works its way up along the southwest into the west coast, we are going to see areas of snow and blowing snow, especially. Initially, some will move in to the Kuskokwim Delta and Nunavik Island. Not enough to really qualify for a full-fledged advisory or warning, but you'll see some snow and blowing snow moving in there come Monday evening into early Tuesday morning. And then as that system works its way northward, the low itself is going to be passing up right along the west side of the Seward Peninsula Monday night to Tuesday. So these areas will see blowing and drifting snow along with falling snow as we go through the early portion of this week. Meanwhile, drier, warmer weather will take shape here. Areas of the southeast mainland back through the Panhandle Another system is going to come up out of the North Pacific and bring some heavier rain snow mix here to Kodiak Island, the eastern Kenai, all the way maybe into Prince William Sound Tuesday into Wednesday. And then that system will tail off and we'll get back into a quieter, milder temperature and weather regime here for the later part of the week and into the weekend. So river breakup season, the good thing to do right now is just be prepared. Stay safe and be proactive about what you do. It's always a good idea to move and safeguard property, if you can, before high water and ice breaks up. Have extra food, batteries, medical supplies on hand. Know your community safety plan and any emergency shelter locations or neighbor, somebody you can go to in case you are going to experience flooding. And once that water starts coming up and the ice is breaking out, stay out of the flood waters and the ice flows because that can be very dangerous. But looking at what we have here coming up in terms of just the short term, this afternoon we have lingering low pressure here in northern Gulf. Here's the cloud shield associated with the low currently working its way up through the central Aleutians. We have another low out here along the Russian coastline that's heading eastward. That's forcing a warm front northward. And this front is causing areas of snow to break out through the Bering Strait and working up along the northwest coast as we especially go through tonight and into Monday and early Tuesday. Meanwhile, with the ridge of high pressure here over south central and the Gulf, we're going to see at least sunshine Monday into Tuesday for this area, including the Anchorage Bowl and the Copper River Basin, which will allow for much more spring-like weather for a change. So looking at what we have in terms of the weather map this afternoon, we have a weakening low, what's left of one out here pushing in through the Panhandle. And then ridge of high pressure extending from North Pacific across the Alaska Peninsula, Bristol Bay. The axis goes through the central interior up toward the McKenzie River. And this is all going to shift eastward and then just kind of take shape and hold for a good portion of the week over this region, including the Yukon and the Panhandle, southeast Alaska. This low is working its way northward. We'll be tracking up toward the west side of the Seward Peninsula by Monday night. This system will be lifting northeastward, north of Utqiagvik, and at least allowing the colder air that's been sitting up here over the North Slope and Arctic coast to be forced northward and moderate. So we're going to see temperatures moderating and warming across much of the mainland this week as well, but for different reasons than the high pressure that will be sitting over the southeast. So late tonight into early Monday morning, the low pressure is just west-southwest of the Pribilovs. We have the Russian low working its way across the Chukchi Sea with that warm front pushing up along the Arctic coast, and then this ridge of high pressure shifting a little more eastward and then building northward as we go into Monday afternoon and Tuesday. So low pressure come Monday afternoon will be just west there of Nunavik Island, and again that could bring in a band of some snow and blowing snow up from Nunavik Island and around the Kuskokwim Bay area, especially through the lower Yukon Delta areas around Norton Sound, the Seward Peninsula, and then going up along the northwest coast as we go through Monday afternoon into Monday night and Tuesday. And the Panhandle, at least we'll see drier conditions, more so showers breaking up and more in the way of sunshine Monday afternoon and especially by Tuesday afternoon with that high pressure taking shape right here. That will allow for lighter winds, warmer temperatures, plenty of sunshine in through the Panhandle areas of southeast, eastern mainland, especially along the Alcan border. Here comes the next low. This is the low that will bring precipitation up in the Kodiak Island starting Tuesday and into Wednesday. And some of that, it'll be snow in the mountains, in the coastal mountains, and rain along the coast, wind-driven rain along the coast. And that'll be spreading further north by the time we get into Wednesday afternoon. Could get all the way up along the eastern Kenai and up to about Prince William Sound would be the northward extent. So looking at what we have for temperatures, readings getting a bit below freezing. Of course, with clear skies, any clearing temperatures dip below freezing in the Panhandle. 11 above Glen Ellen. Below freezing with the clear skies, so watch out for icy spots, walkways, parking lots where there's been melting. And then daytime highs, look at this, 50s. 50s here in the Panhandle, and some areas before the week is over with could hit 60, especially here like your Klawak, Craig areas that tend to be run a little warmer. Could be up near 60 degrees a couple of days here. So a warmer pattern for the Panhandle, drier one at that. Temperatures getting in the lower 40s, even pushing 49 over there at Talkeetna. And then for Tuesday morning lows, temperatures near freezing, Panhandle, a little below in some spots, but still getting below freezing at night as we'd expect with any clear skies here across the Copper River Basin and down areas around Prince William Sound. And then come Tuesday afternoon, again, we have temperatures, conservative highs mid-upper 50s here for the southern and western Panhandle, inner channels going up there. Back here toward the west, though, across southern mainland here, we're looking at highs in the 40s. And again, at some point, Anchorage Bowl, Talkeetna will be up near 50 degrees if you get the sunshine. Now, temperatures still a bit below zero along the Arctic coast, but that's going to be changing as we go through time. Temperatures moderating to around Norton Sound, the west side of the state, as we get that system lifting. The low is going to track right up to the west side of the Seward Peninsula Monday night into Tuesday. Notice also you're going to get some downslope Chinook winds, warming temperatures in the Tanana Valley and along the north side of the Alaska Range. But temperatures are going to be coming up here along the Arctic coast into the 20s, even up around 30 as you get toward Point Lay and Point Hope. And notice lows not as cold Tuesday morning for a change. May actually get temperatures stay above zero across the state. And then high temperatures Tuesday afternoon. We could be looking at some 50-degree readings, Fairbanks, as we go up toward Delta Junction. Northway, Eagle, so definitely warmer temperatures here with the sunshine building high pressure. But even, as I mentioned, along the Arctic coast and down here along the Seward Peninsula, Nome should be around or a bit above freezing come Tuesday afternoon. And along the areas of the southwest, Monday we have lows still in the 20s here across the lower Yukon, Kuskokwim River basins and generally above freezing the Aleutians. Temperatures are going to be moderating back up above freezing across much of the region here on Monday afternoon. Lower 40s tailing out along the Alaska Peninsula into the eastern Aleutians. We'll see temperatures steady to slowly rising. And then lows Tuesday morning could still be near or a bit below freezing here in the lower Yukon Delta, but temperatures will be coming upward as well on Tuesday. We expect some highs could flirt with 40 in through areas of the southwest interior, and certainly lower 40s possible down along the Alaska Peninsula, even back out to the eastern Aleutians. So we're definitely looking at temperatures to moderate and warm across much of the state. The most noted warming, though, will be over the southeast and eastern mainland into the Panhandle. And this trend continues beyond as we look in the next 6 to 10 days. This goes into beyond next weekend. Coldest temperatures linger along the west side of the state, northwest and west side of the state. And then we expect above normal temperatures over the Panhandle and along the Alcan border with near normal temperatures in between, including areas around Cook Inlet and the Anchorage Bowl. And with the pattern as such, when you have a ridge of high pressure residing over northwest Canada and the Panhandle, and you have generally a trough of low pressure out over the Bering, the moisture wants to funnel northward up across the mainland, right up, and especially the west side of the Gulf. So this could lend toward a pattern for above normal precipitation from the Kenai Peninsula all the way up through Fairbanks and up toward the North Slope as a result of that kind of pattern. So we'll see what happens. The chances of Anchorage getting any more snow this season, it's not over until it's over. Maybe a little chance here toward the end of the month, but otherwise pretty mild temperatures here, not looking really for any snow coming up in the week ahead. So stay tuned to later forecasts because it's always an interesting time here to see how spring will play out and the river breakup will take shape. Right now it's looking though like river breakup will be held off because of the delay due to the cooler temperatures, especially through the first half of April. So more likely we're not going to see some sort of breakup happen until early May.